There's a particular Mastodon riff that you guys have been asking me to do a breakdown on here for a while, partially because there's no accurate tabs for it out there, and also because it's one of the most badass riffs in history. So on today's episode of Weekend Wankshop, we're going to be taking a look at that funky fresh riff that comes in at about 8 minutes into the last Baron. Hey there kids, and welcome to another installment of Weekend Wankshop, here with your best buddy, Uncle Ben. Crack the Skye by Mastodon is one of my favorite records of all time, and it is chock full of sick riffs. But there's one riff that rules above all. It's that super funky, groovy thing that comes in at about 8 minutes and 18 seconds into the epic track, The Last Baron. I'm here to tell you guys what makes that riff so awesome. It's that kick-ass tambourine. But before we get into it, let's hear it again at stepdad speed. And as always, you guys can find a full tab for this week's lesson over on my Instagram page at benellerguitars. Search for hashtag Weekend Wankshop 210. Find the tab, learn how to play it, then upload a video of yourself shredding through it, along with the hashtag
Weekend Wankshop.
First things first, dial yourself in a good chunky boosted Marshall kind of tone, and be sure to tune your guitar to drop C tuning. That's C, G, C, F, A, D. I like a 10 through 52 kind of set for that tuning. This riff isn't super hard to play, but like a lot of Mastodon stuff, it features a ton of open strings and unison notes and stuff that can just kind of make it hard to interpret what's going on with it. But start off by playing your first fret on your low E string and then pulling off to open before you hit two more open low E's. I like to use an up and a down. So it's down, pull, up, down. And then you get to the unison lick, which sounds like this. Play it again. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the open A string, hammer to 3, then hammer to 5. Just like that. And after you get to that 5, just hold that ring finger down on that note for the rest of this section, because you want that note kind of sustaining out over the stuff that we're about to play on the D string. Okay, so open, hammer to 3, hammer to 5, and hold it, okay? After this, play the D string open, then hammer it to 3rd and pull off to open. I'm pretty sure that Brent doesn't pick that 3rd fret note, and maybe Bill does. It's kind of hard to say, because if you pick the 3rd fret, it gets a little more articulate sounding. But if you don't pick it, if you just do a hammer on, it sounds a little smoother, which I think sounds more like the record. So after that, you're going to play the 5 on the D and pull it off to open. See how I use my little finger right there? And then play the 5A and open D. Those are just unison notes right there. And then this. So this is just me playing the open low E string and the 6 on the A, then just sliding that down to 5, okay? And then give that 2 strokes, hitting those bottom 2 strings. Sometimes I see people play that as power chords. I think they're probably mistaking the thickness of the guitar and bass unison with the sound of power chords right there. So if you watch them play it live, they don't move up into that position, and I just don't hear that high 5th in there, so that's that to me. So far you should have this. That leads you to the cool harmonics going down the low E string. Now what I'm doing here is I'm very lightly placing my ring finger on top of the low E string. We're not fretting here, we're just doing harmonics. And it's pretty random. It's not like he's going 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. He's just kind of gliding that finger down while he picks 5 harmonics here. Down, up, down, okay? It'll be a little different every time. Don't worry about trying to make it super accurate or anything. But start off at 5 and just sort of slide your way down. You'll probably end up around fret 2-ish. About like that. before you play the very last lick, which is this one. Now this is the low E string open. This will be played with an upstroke. Hammer to 1, hammer to 3. Then you gotta play the open A, hammer to 1, third low E, and then your open your open A string after that. Okay? Play it again. Then you just start over. And that's a Masto classic. So there you go, guys, another awesome Mastodon riff to add to the good old wank bank there. I love digging into their tunes, so be sure to let me know in the comment section below if there's any other particular riffs from the minds of Brent and Bill that are stumping your brains and twisting your fingers around that we should cover on future installments of Weekend Wankshop. Thank you guys, as always, for watching this video. Be sure to like my channel and subscribe for new lessons every single week. You guys can also follow my Instagram page at benellerguitars or my Facebook fan page at facebook.com/UncleBenEller. And if you're interested in booking some one-on-one Skype lessons, be sure to drop me an email, benellerguitars@gmail.com. Thanks again for watching, and don't forget to drop me a comment letting me know what you guys want to see on next week's episode of the show. Now get away from this dang computer and go play some guitar. Less clicking, more picking.